What's up, everybody? I'm so excited for this video, and I hope you are too, but first, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button to join the party. And if you're already part of the crew, show some love with a like. Let's get started.
All right, so Formula One always seems to bring us some off-track drama alongside the on-track action. And, well, this year's no different. Lando Norris got that surprise win in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And McLaren surprised everybody by winning the Constructors' Championship. But really, the big story, the one everyone's talking about, is the feud between Max Verstappen and George Russell. And to make it even more interesting, Lando Norris jumps right into the middle of it all.
Yeah, it's so interesting how this is all playing out. The tension between Verstappen and Russell, it's not just on the track anymore. It's on social media and in press conferences, even at the end of season drivers' dinner.
Exactly. It all started back at the Qatar Grand Prix, just to refresh everyone's memory. Verstappen got a grid penalty for impeding Russell during qualifying, so that means he had to start further back, which really hurt his chances. But it was Verstappen's reaction that really got things going.
Right. Verstappen was furious. He said Russell exaggerated what happened to the stewards, the officials who make those calls. He even said Russell was lying.
And then things really blew up. Russell didn't back down at all. He called Verstappen a bully, and even said Verstappen threatened to crash into him during the race. We don't know for sure if he really said that, but it definitely adds to all the drama.
For sure. And these accusations are coming from two of the best drivers in the sport. It really makes you think about what it'll be like next season when they're back on the track together.
Especially since it doesn't sound like they've worked things out.
Yeah.
We heard about that awkward encounter, or I guess lack of an encounter, at the drivers' dinner after the season ended.
Yeah, I heard Russell sat far away from Verstappen on purpose. He clearly wanted to avoid him. So the tension is definitely real.
Okay, so we have this tension between these two. And then Lando Norris comes in and just throws fuel on the fire. So what was it that Verstappen posted on Instagram after Abu Dhabi?
It was just a pretty normal post congratulating McLaren and Norris for winning the championship.
Yeah, that seemed harmless enough. But then Norris had to add his own little twist.
Exactly. He replied, "Cheers, mate. See you next year for more," and then added the beef emoji. That emoji said everything. Yeah, it was such a subtle thing, but the timing was perfect. And he knew exactly what he was doing. It went viral instantly. Everyone was trying to figure out what it meant. Was Norris just joking around, or is there something more to it?
Yeah, that's the big question. Norris just won the race and helped McLaren get the championship. And then he decides to get involved in the Verstappen-Russell drama. It adds a whole new layer to the story.
Definitely. It makes you wonder about Norris' ambitions for next season.
Yeah.
He finished second in the driver standings, and McLaren is really improving. He could be a real contender for the championship.
That's right. McLaren's comeback has been incredible. Last year, they were barely scoring any points, and now they're winning races and championships.
It really is amazing, and Norris has been a huge part of that. He's been performing so well, and everyone is impressed with how much he's matured and how well he races.
So you think that little emoji from Norris means he's ready to take on Verstappen and Russell for the title?
I think it's definitely possible. He's not afraid of the attention, and he's not afraid to play some mind games, even if it's just with an emoji.
It makes you wonder if this is just the start of a bigger rivalry,
Yeah.
the three-way battle between Verstappen, Russell, and Norris.
That could definitely happen. And don't forget about Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari. That's going to change things up a lot.
Oh, yeah, how could I forget about that? Hamilton at Ferrari after all those years at Mercedes. That's huge. Imagine Hamilton in that red car, battling with Leclerc and Sainz, and going up against Verstappen, Russell, and Norris. I can't wait.
It's going to be so interesting to see how Hamilton adjusts to a new team and a new car. He still wants to win, and Ferrari could give him what he needs to fight for the championship.
And then there's Sergio Perez and his future at Red Bull. All the rumors say he might be replaced.
Yeah, that just adds more intrigue to everything. If Perez is out, who will Red Bull choose to be Verstappen's teammate? How will that affect the team, especially with the Verstappen-Russell feud already going on?
So many questions and so much potential for drama. I wish next season was starting tomorrow.
Me too. We could have a four-way fight for the championship. With all these personal rivalries and team drama, it's going to be a wild ride.
It really feels like we're entering a whole new era of Formula One. All these rivalries popping up, new teams coming out on top, and big names switching teams. Who would have thought all this would happen? Especially just a year ago.
Yeah, it's crazy how quickly things change in this sport. I think that's part of what keeps us all so interested. It's like a real-life soap opera, except with cars going 200 miles an hour.
Exactly. And it's not just the drivers either. The teams are always changing too, always trying new things, pushing the limits.
Yeah.
Like look at McLaren's comeback this year.
Absolutely. They were just average last year, and now they're winning championships. Anything is possible in Formula One.
So looking ahead to next season, there are so many questions. Will Verstappen keep winning?
Eh?
Or will Russell, Norris, and Hamilton finally challenge him?
That's the big question. Verstappen has been the best for a few years now, but there's more competition than ever. Plus, the new rules next year could change things up even more.
And what about Hamilton at Ferrari? Can he win another championship with a new team? Or will it be hard to adjust to a new car and team culture?
I'm really curious to see what happens. Hamilton is one of the all-time greats, but even he will have to face new challenges. Ferrari has the potential to build him a winning car, but they also have a lot of internal drama. That could make things difficult.
And then there's still the question about Sergio Perez at Red Bull. Will they replace him?
It could really change the championship. Red Bull needs a good second driver to help Verstappen. And to challenge the other top teams, if they pick the wrong driver, it could cost them.
So heading into the off-season, there's so much to talk about. New rivalries, teams changing positions, and the stakes are higher than ever.
Formula One never slows down. There's always something happening, always something to get excited about.
That's what makes it so great. So everyone listening, pay attention because things are about to get really interesting in Formula One. This has been The Deep Dive. Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting this channel by hitting the subscribe and like buttons. This will help the channel grow and expand on the journey we have begun together here at AI Meets You.